Hey Dior, this is King Black. Just a quick one, real quick. Anybody else suffer from if I had the money syndrome? So, this is what I mean. So, recently at work, I was given a bonus of $500, right? Now, you know those things where you look at something and you're like, man, if I had the money, I would buy this, I'll buy these shoes, I'll buy this, XYZ, right? And then you finally get the money, or somehow, it's gifted to you, you get a bonus, you whatever, sell something, I don't know. Now you have the money for it, and then you have this unexpected income come in, and then now you just struggle to find yourself how to spend it. Like I said, you might see things and have stuff on your wish list, but now that you were gifted $1,000 or $800, now you're like, how can I maximize and get the most out of this money? Because to me, I kind of see it as money I wasn't counting on, so I see it as kind of like a gift, right? So, I find myself prowling at Etsy, eBay, Nike.com, all these different websites trying to maximize these sales and stuff like that. Or what do I do with it? Do I split, 250 off and then put that in savings and investments, emergency funds, and then spend another 250? All this coming inflation coming on, do I spend it on things that I think are going to go up? Like should I buy $130 worth of ammo with it? Should I, just hold on to it until these Labor Day sales or Black Friday? I got to get a new TV. My kids broke the other one. So, you know, a lot of things are wants and not necessarily needs. So even though I got the money, do I need more pairs of shoes? Not necessarily. But there are some good sales going on. Like at the time of this video, Converse right now is doing an extra 25% off some of their shoes. So I'm like, huh. Already on reduced prices or an extra 25% sounds pretty good right now. Should I do it? But then at the same time, I'm like, dang, I don't know. I'm a hoarder. I'm a hoarder when it comes to money. It's not necessarily a good thing, but at the same time, it has saved my skin plenty of times. There have been times where, because of the way that I am, some emergency has happened, and I've been down to my last dollar. And had I lived otherwise, and live life and get the Starbucks and go out there and spend $100 on a pair of shoes versus 60 when there's a sale, I wouldn't have had the money to buy my house. Had I done things slightly differently, I wouldn't have had enough for the closing costs and everything like that. And that's my struggle, man. The struggle is the frugal part of me, and then the other side of me that's like, hey, this is just free money that got put into your lap. Even after the taxes, let's say that $500 after taxes is about 400, maybe 370. Still, that's $370 net I could play with. Should I buy some silver? Nah, silver is still a little bit too high for me. Should I, I don't know. But my point is, do you have these struggles where you're like, if I had an extra $200 right now, this is what I'll spend it on, and if somebody actually gave it to you, will you go ahead and do it, or will you just hold off and be like, maybe I could get more for this $200 because even though I really wanted that, I need to try and maximize my money and get 5 or 10 or whatever other things for that $200. Maybe that's better saved off for an extra couple tanks of gas. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, what is it they say? Like 56% of all Americans don't even have $1,000 for an emergency. Now, even though I have that, that doesn't mean that that's all I want to have. At the end of the day, our goal is to be, if not rich, upper middle class, right? And by no means am I there yet, but I'm slowly making my way towards that goal. And man, I'm glad I bought my house when I did, man, because interest rates are insane right now, and the estimated value of my home is like 40K more than it was when I first bought it over a year and a half ago. So being locked into a 3% interest rate isn't that bad for a 30-year rate, because who knows what's going to happen with these interest rates in the next 5 years, especially with the Fed saying that they're going to increase these interest rates until interest falls back down to 2%. We're still up there in the 7 and 8%. So it's gonna be pretty painful, you know. And my job, I would like to think is pretty secure. I mean, I would have to really mess up at my job to really lose it, but at the same time, nothing in life is a guarantee. I just have a better chance to stay doing what I'm doing versus not. And given no matter what the economy does. So, do you guys struggle with this concept? You know, for your birthday, if you're given $1,000 from uncles and grandparents and your parents or whatever, do you just immediately go out and spend that 1,000, or do you like try to chunk it up and be like, all right, I want to use $200 for this, I want to use $100 for that, I want to use $80 for that? Is it really worth it? Because I gotta tell you, man, I go to these websites, I fill up my cart, and I'm just staring at it, and I go back, remove it, put it back, think about it, think about it. Do I really want to get it? Is it really worth it? Is it gonna enrich my life? Do I already have something similar to it? Like, I was gonna get another chain, but then at the same time, I'm like, I already got necklaces. I was gonna get another watch. I was like, I already got watches, so I don't need any of that. I don't need it. I just want it. I want the stuff. But at the same time, there's smarter things I can do with that money. So I appreciate any comments below. How do you handle that struggle in your mind when you're trying to make the smartest money move? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's probably going to take me a week before I finally decide what to do with this. ADR, this is Keep Black, out.